This is the firewall that I cut out straight across on the Crown Vic. The windshield would have been just like right there, and then I put that filler panel in all the way across. So then I just got to weld all this stuff in for the HVAC box. And on this side, you just got this little bit of gap that I got to weld in right here. And then on the bottoms, I just cut straight across that pinch weld all the way across the whole car and then straight up, and then everything fit on from the Crown Vic to this. Same thing on this side. I did the same thing. The pinch weld went right there all the way up and straight up. And then there's that panel there so you can connect everything back together. So all along the car, I just went all the way across the pinch weld, all the way up the car. And then I cut the pinch weld off the 53, and then I put this plate in here just to hold it. And then I put square stock underneath the bottom to weld it. And then I had to cut the wheel wells out to stretch it for the fenders because it's a lot wider. The 04's got the aluminum front clip. So this one here, you got to widen. So my wife's is sitting on a 96 Crown Vic, and I didn't have to widen that one. That one fit perfect. But I didn't use the Crown Vic for it. I used the 53 for that one. And then, so hers, I left the floor, and then I just made my own upholstery with the original seats. And this one tucks up in there just fine. There's plenty of room here and on the fronts. But on this one, there was not. But the same thing. I just cut out all the way and then the wheel wells, and then when I go to, I'll just scab in the new wheel wells on the rear, and then it'll be good. But I had to do 3 1/4 width on each one of these, and then I just rolled this with an English wheel to get the contour, and then by the time I get it all welded in and grinded in, it shouldn't need much filler. And then the doors are welded shut, so I got a reference to go from. But I used as much as I could. Steering wheel, I tried to use the whole dash, but that doesn't work because the tie bar is underneath there, and you do have to shorten the tie bar from side to side. But I got all the steering wheel will work for cruise control, radio shit. I left the HVAC box in, so you have heat, AC, everything. And then I wanted to use the Crown Vic dash. I thought that would have been cool, but it just wouldn't fucking fit. It was too wide. So I left vacuum box, cruise control. I just got to mount all this shit up somewhere, but I ain't found a home for it. Probably go on the firewall fucking somewhere. But that's everything. I just capped off the vacuums that I wasn't going to use. And then I got to make inner fenders, but I got to figure out, I got to get the bags underneath there to figure out where they got to be. And then the front end is, the wheels sit pretty out there, but there's a 1/4 inch spacer that somebody put in there. So you take that shit out of there and it'll be a little bit tighter, but not as tight. And then the 2-door would be better, but the 4-door, I have to lengthen it to get, I want to use all this shit for the HVAC and the heater. So I'm gonna section it. I'm gonna 2 inches right here. I'm gonna lengthen it, and then I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna widen another 2 inches. So it'd be 4 inches total, what I did. And then I chopped it like 4 1/4 in the front, like 5 back here, and then I put a Packard back glass in it, and then I'm welding in these tail lights. So, and then I'm gonna make a custom rear bumper, and then so I use the factory. I'm gonna move the gas tank door from right here to right here. I use the factory Crown Vic gas tank. I'm using all the charcoal canister shit. Power seats, heated seats. I left all that shit in, so I can break down in any town and get parts for it the same day and be back up and rolling. And that's pretty much it. I didn't have to do just pinch weld to pinch weld, and then just widen the rear fenders, and that's pretty much what you got to do. You have to cut that tie bar down like 6 inches total to make that thing fit. And then once I get the doors unwelded shut, and I'll tie all that tie bar back shit up underneath the dash, and then I'll cut out what I don't need and put my own vents in the dash, and it'll be good to go. But I wanted to make a video on this because there ain't much on this for the Crown Vics on the car swaps, just a lot of truck shit. So hope this helps.